strategic recommendations for Ganebo. Firstly, I'm going to talk about the problem of Ganebo. Safe and vault market is growing in general, otherwise Ganebo's sales and market share decreased. There are several reasons why Ganebo has regressed. Ganebo highly relied on bank business, but these days people use internet banking and card payment, and it decreased the number of bank branches and ATM. Additionally, since COVID-19 happened, international tourism stopped and domestic tourism reduced, so Ganebo could not expect much profit from this segment. We suggest creative ideas to double sales and increase the market share. There is no significant difference in market share in safe and vault market though. Ganebo has the lowest market share with 3%. Therefore, Ganebo needs to find a new segment that has not been found by other competitors. These creative ideas will create uncontested market space by reconstructing market boundaries. Instead of an immediate result, it focuses on the big picture and tries to reach beyond existing demand. Lots of factors influence the rise of the safe and vault industry, such as natural disasters, increase in jewelry sales, and burglaries. Creative ideas will reflect these factors to drive the growth of Ganebo and differentiate it from others. From a long-term perspective, it will enjoy the dominant position without keen competition. This is a SWOT analysis of Ganebo. Recommendations are created based on the opportunities to get over threats. There are lots of alternatives in safe and vault market. Create a new market space will be the solution. Ganebo's brand heritage and good relationship with industrial and channel partners will be helpful when it releases new products. Recommendations. The growing frequency of natural disasters, increase in burglaries, and work from home rates raise people's demands to put their valuables in safe and secure place. Customizable consumer safe meets consumers' new demands. People could customize the size and colors of the safe or vaults for optimal protection and hiding. This recommendation enables to differentiate from others with low-cost strategy. Additionally, it creates new market space by redefining the buyer group. Production costs will not be high as well. Soon-to-be customers will be people who experience natural disasters already, and unexplored tier will be first home buyers or people who are building their homes again post-disasters. Rates of vehicle break-ins were high before the pandemic, but they decreased because fewer people use vehicles for work, leisure, or travel during quarantine and self-isolation. But when the pandemic ends, vehicle break-ins rate will increase again, and it enables create a new market for Ganebo to enter. Australian police suggested a solution as not putting valuables such as cash, important documents, and electronic devices in motor vehicles or hiding valuables under seats. Therefore, motor vehicle built-in safes could attract people. This strategy provides a built-in option to keep their valuables security hidden in their vehicles. It meets security standards with high brand value at a moderate competitive price. The production cost will not be high as well. The main target customer will be individuals who travel frequently and worry about losing their personal belongings when they do not use their car. Kobe and Celine will talk about recommendations more specifically.
Recommendation 1 is a customizable consumer safe. This recommendation was created due to the recent loss of houses in the 2019 to 2020 bushfires. Our recommendation is backed up by statistics from the Australian Federal Parliament, with them reporting many houses lost in the bushfire season, with 2.2 million people being affected by them. Furthermore, the AFP also states that 75% of Australians fear home invasion. This is backed up by Budget Direct, stating that 2.5% of homes experienced a break-in in 2018 to 2019, and 20.3% of homes have been burgled in their lifetime. All these statistics show that a customizable consumer safe option will allow the client to reach their goals of tapping into a new market, with consumer safe market being relatively small. This product will be presented to consumers through a drop-down menu on the Ganebo website for them to choose the specific certifications Ganebo offers, including fire safety, burglary, and explosives. This option will also allow consumers to choose the color and size of their safe to ensure a seamless fit into wherever the consumer wants to place their safe for optimal protection. This recommendation creates a new market space through redefining the buyer group, rethinking the emotional and functional orientation of the product, and also going above and beyond the bounds of the industry in product and service items, which serve as a foundation for a blue ocean success. This product creates value for consumers as they can easily access and customize the product to suit their varied needs. Production costs will be lower for the consumer market because they do not need as high level security compared to business safes. Consumer customizable safes can be designed and produced using Gunnebo's existing resources and capabilities, thus reducing production costs. Lower quality requirements from the consumer market mean that cheaper materials could be used or products could be manufactured offshore to reduce costs further. This customizable product provides consumers value as it focuses on the specific wants of the consumer, thus reducing production costs as unnecessary features are not included. Buyers' value is increased due to the ease of access they are provided with, and consumers have greater satisfaction when they can customize a product, according to Forbes. The ERRC grid is used to show how this recommendation provides a new value curve for the market. By eliminating factors such as dull design, consumers are able to create a new and exciting product that will blend into their home seamlessly, which raises the value consumers place on a consumer safe. This also allows consumers to create new ideals of safes through the creation of their ideal product. Due to the customizable nature and reduction of costs, the only necessary components will be added, saving money for the client. The three tiers of non-customers Gunnebo should target are Tier 1 and 3. This is due to the fact these tiers redefine the buyer group, moving from the previously relied on banking sector to the consumer-based sector. The customers in Tier 1 are the ones who are in need of something to protect their possessions from fires and floods, and the customers in Tier 3 are the first home buyers and those rebuilding their homes who haven't considered a safe as a way to protect themselves. The strategic sequence shows the viability of this recommendation, as all aspects of the sequence are met thoroughly, especially buyer's utility, as previously mentioned, as the identified target consumers will experience satisfaction from the ability to customize according to research by Forbes. However, the main hurdle is the adoption in thinking consumers need a safe. We address this, and we can say that due to the environmental disasters that have recently occurred, there is a strong potential for this new market space. The current landscape of the safes industry shows that protection from theft, fire, and explosion, and meeting security standards are factors that are highly competed upon. This is due to the nature of a safe being produced to create safety for possessions. The To-Be strategy canvas focuses more on the customizable aspects and the ease of accessibility in customizing a safe to suit the consumer's needs. The rise of accessibility allows consumers to access the customization option due to the drop-down menu to choose the certifications and specifications they desire. This in turn raises the attractiveness of the product as customization and accessibility allow for more to feel inclined to seek it.
Our second recommendation is a built-in motor vehicle safe. Our recommendation addresses the client's concerns of the disconnect that they have with their consumers and their research, their desire to double sales and identify new markets to sell to. This recommendation introduces a new product offering that captures a brand new market where safes are built into customers' motor vehicles. They can be both at the front or the back of the vehicle, underneath passenger seats, so they'll be discreet and they're transportable. So the research that we have that supports our strategy comes from the New South Wales Bureau of Crime Statistics and Research, and they have a recording of the number of motor vehicle break-ins from 2019 until now. This graph here displays the decrease in break-ins at the beginning of the pandemic, which you can see in about May 2020 on the graph. This was mainly due to the changes in work and travel patterns where individuals were required to work from home and quarantine. However, as the pandemic comes to an end and individuals are returning to traveling to work, no longer required to quarantine, the number of break-ins is projected to increase back to pre-pandemic levels. Currently, the competitive landscape involves our client and competitors offering the same competitive factors to consumers. So we have protection from theft, protection from fire and explosions, they meet security standards, there is brand value worldwide, they compete on relatively similar pricing, and the safes can be built in but can also be transportable. Our recommendation allows the client to introduce 3 new competing factors, and these are discretion, transportability, and motor vehicle protection. And this has not been seen before in the industry. Onto the proposed value of the product. So costs associated with manufacturing of these safes are no more than current costs, if not less. They can also be potentially split and shared with partnering motor vehicle companies. The safes that would be manufactured for this strategy would need to be much smaller than residential or office space safes, simply due to the physical space that is inside a motor vehicle being much smaller than office or residential spaces. If vehicle companies agree to collaborate with Gunnerbird for the production of this strategy, costs could easily be split. The lowering of these costs combined with the increased bioutility of transportable and discrete safe storage allow for the client to achieve a simultaneous pursuit of differentiation and low cost, creating value innovation. So to the right of the slide, we can see the EERC grid, which allows us to demonstrate what we eliminate and reduce and what we raise and create to be differentiated from our competitors. So we are eliminating in this strategy the limit to stationary storage of valuables. Documents that you might need for work can be stored safely on the go. The bulky and distracting safes that are not discrete, we're eliminating those as well. We're also reducing the cost of alternative solutions for safe storage that are based on aesthetics. Like I mentioned earlier, the cost of the materials used for production will be much less as the safes are much smaller. Raising the convenience of safe storage, as I said, it's on the go, it's transportable, and the number of items that can be stored as well. Work documents, anything that you need with you on the go will be able to be stored safely. We're creating a transportability in safe storage of valuables, along with the discretion in safe storage of valuables. With our strategy, we recommend the client targets the first tier of non-customers, which are called the soon-to-be tier. These non-customers would be individuals who currently travel frequently and make use of offerings that they have available to them. And in our case, that would be hiding personal belongings and valuables under vehicle seats. As I mentioned previously, people who drove to and from work decreased since the beginning of the pandemic. However, following the closing of the pandemic, it is expected that these levels go back up to pre-pandemic levels, especially since customers will opt to avoid public transport. So in summary, our strategy has exceptional bioutility as customers are offered safe storage of valuables in a transportable and discreet manner. In regards to price, the reduced sizing of safes allows us to price our safes a little bit less than current pricing and making it easily accessible to the mass of buyers. In regards to cost, similar materials as current manufacturing will be used, so costs will be the same, if not less, than current production. And also there is a potential for collaboration with motor vehicle companies to share costs and profitability. So the adoption hurdle that we came across with our strategy was the holdback from potential partnering motor vehicle companies. And the way we overcome this was through understanding the level of differentiation that can be achieved with this strategy, as it is new to market.
So lastly, for these recommendations, we have put together an estimated budget for Gunnerbird in order for them to effectively create and promote their new products. Featured in this budget are deliverables such as website redesign, design features, adaptation of production facilities, human resources, and promotion. The website redesign is a necessary process needed for customers to effectively order their products on the website, as well as adding new settings and features. In order for us to cover content design, graphic design, customization features for recommendation 1, focus group testing, as well as approval and launch, $70,000 has been allocated to this deliverable. The second deliverable is design features. And this has been allocated $300,000 in order to cover source suppliers for new material, product specification design, production prototypes, project testing, and consumer feedback quality assurance. Design features was set as the second deliverable as it involves a process of creating new materials for the new safes, and therefore things such as new materials, prototypes, and testing are essential for creation of this process. The third deliverable is adaptation and upgradation of production facilities, which has also been allocated $300,000, which should cover sections such as computer upgrade, adaptation of facilities for new machinery, and implementation of the new machinery. Once again, the new products involve the process of creating new materials, therefore things such as needing new computer programs so customizable safes are essential. The last two deliverables are promotion and human resources. Together, these have been allocated $180,000. $80,000 will be allocated for promotion in order to cover things such as design of promotional material, TV ads, real estate magazines, and public relations. $100,000 will be allocated to human resources, which should also cover funds allocated to hiring if necessary, salaries, benefits, talent management, training, succession planning, workforce engagement, and employee wellness planning. Altogether, the budget comes to $850,000. As you can see on the right, this is our Gantt chart, which displays the timeline of our budget and its events. And yeah, that's pretty much the budget for our two recommendations. Thank you for watching.